It's really just to convey the point that you can transform yourself into something that you've never seen before, something that you never believed, something that is very powerful.
Never give up, I gotta keep going. All the doubters said I can't, I gotta keep showing. Keep on dodging all the rocks that they keep throwing. Want me to trip up on those stones, you better keep
Yo, what's going on? It's your boy KMoE back again with another deep dive. Today, we're gonna dive into my song, Keep Focused, man. Let's get into it. Keep Focused is a song produced by KMoE Beats. So shout out to KMoE Beats, man. Talented producer, rock with him. He's definitely got a nice sound that he has created and curated for himself. And I love the fact that he can typically like really mix in some characteristic and personality into his beats. Really rock with what he's doing, so check him out. All right, so KMoE Beats produced this record, did a great job of really encapsulating like a lot of aggressiveness, adrenaline, kind of like a theme, battle, fight sequence of a type production on this beat. He did a really good job of kind of encompassing that, kind of like, you know, someone's running a marathon, kind of give you those Rocky vibes, man. He really did a good job with that, with the way the drums are, the way the percussion instruments hit in this beat, and the way the bass hits, man. He just does a good job of really kind of creating like space for your vocal to kind of be the focal point. But there's enough like action behind you. Just really kind of reminds me of like a action fight scene, right? So to kind of follow that along, it's like keep focused, right? That's really the vibe. It just kind of gives you that type of energy of like honing in and locking in on something and high energy, right? So that's pretty much the vibe that I got from it. All right, so artwork. Really wanted to keep it simple. Didn't want to go too crazy with the artwork. Went with a black and white theme, just kind of like, again, keeping it simple. Kind of a gritty background. So started with that. Used Canva, of course. That's what I use to make just about all of my album artworks. And was able to find a theme or a template that really worked out real well. So kind of incorporated that. Again, black and white. And then really wanted to do something simple to kind of illustrate that vibe of keep focused. Went with like the sights from a scope, right? So keep focused. When you got a target in mind, and you know whether you're at the range or you're out hunting or whatever the case may be, right? I think it was a good symbolism to put that scope, the sights from a scope inside of there for the keep focus, man. Inside of the O for the focus part. I think that really kind of nailed it and kind of bringed it home. So that's the artwork. All right, so inspiration behind the song, like I said earlier about when I was talking about the production, like it really kind of gives you a nice fight scene, like a big historic battle type feel, right? And it's something that just kind of builds up. It has a very big feeling, but at the same time, it's like, okay, well, now you got to lock in, get on the edge of your seat and really just pay attention to what's going on, lock in. And that's really like the inspiration that I got behind it. So as with all of my songs, the lyrics that come from them come from the energy that I feel from the beat. And that's what I kind of got from here. So this song is meant to be motivational, inspirational. It's something that you put on when you're at the gym and you're trying to get those last extra couple reps in, you know, for your final set. Or it's when you're at the gym and you're trying to just push yourself a little bit harder, or you know, you're running a marathon, or you're doing some kind of form of athletics and you just kind of need that little extra to pick me up, right? Or even if it's not athletics, right? Just anything motivational. That's really the goal for this, to kind of inspire you, put that battery in your back for you to do the best that you can at whatever you're doing. And that's really the vibe that I got going into the lyrics. So at the beginning of the song, got a little bit of an intro, and then you kind of got somebody talking stuff, kind of almost like all of the naysayers or all of the people that doubted you, right? I just kind of wanted to incorporate some of that for me. And really, some of the words that were being spoken there at the beginning for me were really just some of my own doubts and insecurities. They may not have been something that somebody else has said directly to me, but just some of my own, like I said, doubts and insecurities that I was just kind of letting loose there. Things in the back of my mind that I just kind of felt, right? And so I felt that was a good way to start it off. And then getting into that first verse, just never give up. I got to keep going. All the doubters said I can't, I gotta keep showing, right? And I just wanted to start that song off really strong and with that message, just to kind of set the tone, right? Inside of that first verse, there's a lyric and a line where I refer to myself as a God, transforming it from a person to a God, right? And I just wanted to clarify just my own personal beliefs about that line. It's not meant to be blasphemous or take a knock at anybody's religion or what people believe spiritually. It's really just to convey the point that you can transform yourself into something that you've never seen before, something that you never believed, something that is very powerful, and that you have that capability within inside yourself to transform from someone or something that would be considered of lower status or lower ability or lower skill, totally transforming yourself into somebody that can create their own life in the way that they see it. So that's really the basis behind that line. It really wasn't meant to be disrespectful to anybody's religion or spirituality or anything like that. Just kind of wanted to clarify that a little bit. All right, so going into that second verse, just before, again, just a little bit of banter back and forth, really just trying to encapsulate that, the vibe of having rumblings and fears and doubts and just those type of things moving around and swirling around in your head, right? So going into that second verse is, I'm just trying to kill the noise, still hearing all the rumblings, just got rid of all those thoughts, but here they come again, right? So as part of the song, I really wanted to capture some of the emotion and the feeling behind, when you have those doubts and that we all have these doubts. These are human emotions, and I really wanted to kind of capture that such that it kind of plays itself out through the song. You start off real strong in that first verse and about becoming really just hitting the ground running and becoming the best version of yourself, and then you have some more doubts and naysayers and negativity, those type of things. And then, we're all human, and eventually sometimes we get into these modes and these emotional states where we just, we succumb to it. Maybe we doubt a little bit, and these are some of the thoughts that we have. And it's like, hold on. I'm trying to kill all these noise. I'm still hearing them, but got rid of all those thoughts, but here they come again. Lied to so many times, you see it's hard to love again. Too many to turn their back, you see it's hard to trust again. It's like trying to fight these things off. It's trying to fight that monkey off your back. And that's what that whole second verse is really about, right? And then going into the third verse, again, you have a little bit of banter, kind of almost like Jekyll and Hyde, right? And then that third verse comes on, and it's like, man, I ain't here to play. You either guide, ride, or get out the way. m.o.e with excuses, please save it for another day. I ain't want to hear it, accept it, or let it slide. All that coulda, woulda stuff, go tell that to them other guys, right? And that part right there, the beginning of that third verse, is probably my favorite part of the whole entire song, just because it really, in my opinion, the best way that I could vocally and lyrically capture the entire energy and vibe of the whole song, I think, is right into that verse, the beginning of that third verse. And if you don't take nothing else away from the song, man, just play that part. That's kind of where I'm at with it. That's probably my favorite part, man. I think it really just hones in and then finishes off the song real smooth. And yeah, that's pretty much the lyrical breakdown of it, right? To round this thing off, really want to just kind of touch on the key topics and takeaways and lessons that I've had from the song, right? And that I would like people to take away from the song. And we've pretty much touched on them, right? The name of the song is Keep Focus. Keep focus on whatever the goal is that you have in mind for yourself. You know what I mean? Take some time, use your thoughts and emotions and gain as much clarity as you possibly can about the things that you want. And then once you gain that clarity, lock in on it, right? Lock in on it, hone in on it, and really just stay focused and go after those things that you desire most. And don't let the doubts, don't let the confusion, don't let external outside sources or even yourself kind of hold you back. Like, really just lock in. Now, there's going to be times of ups and downs and times where you really feel and you can get into the groove, and other times when you're not so much, in the groove of things. But remember to lock in on what it is you want. Keep a clear mental picture of yourself and the person that you want to be, and as well as the end result of the thing it is that you're trying to accomplish. Keep a clear mental picture of those things, and I promise you, you will reach them. Promise. Lastly, like, don't listen to the doubts and fears and naysayers and negativity, right? It's all out there. You can keep an open mind to things. Definitely want to do that. But, you know, at the end of the day, nobody knows what's best for you more than yourself. You know, lock in with yourself, with your emotions, how you feel, use your intuition. You know what I mean? Those things are there to guide you to whatever it is that you desire, you know, and really just take some time to understand what it is that you truly want, right? And that's where, like I mentioned earlier, the clarity comes in. And that's where clarity is so important, because you can lock in on something that you think you want, but it may not necessarily be the thing that you truly desire. It's just something that is surface level. So nobody can really lead you down the path that is best for you. You have to lock in on that on yourself, and that begins with clarity. And then when you got clarity, it's easy to keep focused. So that's pretty much the gist of it, man. I won't ramble on here too much. Hopefully you enjoyed the song. Please throw it on whenever you feel you need that little bit of adrenaline push to kind of lock you in and get you through your day. That's kind of what I was hoping, man. Hope y'all doing well. I really appreciate y'all rocking with me. And until next time, man, peace and love. Yeah.
Narrowed my sight, what I want, I put a beam on it. Hooked it off the sky, grabbed it like I was Kareem.